More than 3 months later, one race from the 2024 general election still remains undecided. It's in North Carolina. Republican candidate for the state Supreme Court, Judge Jefferson Griffin, is seeking to invalidate more than 60,000 ballots cast during the election. The North Carolina State Board of Elections is asking the same court to take up the dispute after Griffin's appeal was denied. Following multiple recounts, the latest vote tally shows Griffin trailing Democratic incumbent Supreme Court Justice Allison Riggs by just 734 votes. Anderson Clayton joins us now. She is the chair of the North Carolina Democratic Party. Thanks for being with us. What is the latest status of this race?
Well, right now, what we're seeing is that Jefferson Griffin has appealed the Wake County Superior Court decision that stood by the 67,000 legal voters that Judge Jefferson Griffin and Republicans are challenging in the state of North Carolina right now. He's appealed that to the Court of Appeals, which he currently sits on as a judge that's also had two other Republican judges donate to his campaign to carry this forward and try to invalidate election results from the 2024 election. North Carolina is the last uncertified statewide race in the country. And we know Republicans are using our state right now as the petri dish to see what they can accomplish with stealing state elections and using the Trump era playbook in North Carolina that they're going to take to every other state afterwards if they can.
Why does this race matter so much for Democrats nationally? Why should people pay attention?
Because if they're successful in these court fights right now, HAVA voters, which is part of the voters that are being challenged, which are voters that were originally, grandfathered in under the Help Americans Vote Act, which helped require states to be able, it was passed in 2002, and it helped require states to be able to ask voters to, when they registered to vote, either have one of two different numbers attached to your driver's license form, a social security number, the last four digits of it, or your driver's license number. But anyone registered to vote before 2002 and got grandfathered in, and this doesn't apply to. But that's the exact type of voters that Republicans are coming after right now in the state of North Carolina. Those voters are in every single state across the country. So it's 65,000 or 67,000 voters in North Carolina right now. It's 150,000 voters in Arizona or Pennsylvania or any of our other battleground states in 26. And we know right now that Republicans, our last time to really hold them accountable before 2028 is going to be in our 26 midterms, especially here in North Carolina with Tom Tillis' seat up as our Republican United States Senate rep right now that's endorsed everything that Donald Trump is putting up, especially when it comes to appointments right now.
And looking at that upcoming Senate race, what is the state of play in North Carolina as you look at 2026 in the midterms?
Well, we know we've got a lot of very qualified people to run statewide, and we're excited about the opportunity to get behind them. And the North Carolina Democrats are putting up every advantage right now that we have in terms of infrastructure. We're keeping on a year-round organizing staff that's maintaining a presence on the ground. We're making sure we've got 100 strong county party chapters out there that we're investing in. And so if you'd like to help us out with that or get involved, you can go to ncdp.org, and we'd love to have your help.
And just one final thing here. When we look at this race, the North Carolina State Board of Elections is now asking the state Supreme Court to hear the case. The court currently has 5 judges appointed by Republicans and 2 appointed by Democrats, including Judge Allison Riggs. How concerned are you that the vote will be in Griffin's favor?
Well, we had a decision that came down from the 4th Circuit Court of Appeals that also said anything that came out of our North Carolina Supreme Court, we could take back to the Eastern District and appeal there. And so we know that the Republican-dominated Supreme Court in North Carolina right now is not our friend. There are people that have legalized gerrymandering in our state. There are people that have brought back voter disenfranchisement with voter ID in our state. These courts are not our friend, but we know that we have the ability to outmaneuver Republicans in this, and we've done our job to do that thus far, especially in these lawsuits. And so we're expecting that Republicans on the Supreme Court do us dirty and honestly do not uphold free and fair elections in North Carolina right now. I hope they prove me wrong, but I don't expect Republicans to do so right now in our state.
We appreciate your perspective on the Democratic Party and its view on what's happening in North Carolina. Anderson Clayton, thank you for your time.
Thank you.